All right, I'm excited about what we're talking today. We're talking permission slips and personal power. This is something that I have learned and I just need to share because I've noticed it a lot, I guess, the past couple of months just around me. So tonight's about permission slips. Permission slips are little permissions that we seek when we walk through the unknown under stress. Everybody seeks permission. Here's the kicker. Those permissions come directly from inside. So you don't need them from anyone else. So let me give you an example. This week, I watched people interview for jobs. A couple of months ago, I interviewed for jobs. I watched people take tests for certifications, for boards, so forth. Beforehand, they basically were constricted. They shrank, they worried, they fret. They thought, oh, I did horrible. No, I didn't pass. As soon as they found out that they either got the job or that they passed, they walked differently. They walked in power. But here's the thing, that power was always there. It was always there. You didn't need a permission slip to celebrate it. It's all about perception. Nothing changed before and after except the certainty. So it's just a cool thing to recognize that you can actually live in this moment in your power. They did not gain power when they passed or when they got the job. They gave themselves permission to feel that power. So I just want to talk about holding and feeling that power right now, bef- even before the events unfold. There are other permissions that we withhold from ourselves. We wait for permission to heal. How many of you have been sick, pushing through the day? Just keep going, keep on going. You can't rest right now. You can't take care of yourself. You got things to do. So you're not giving yourself permission to heal. What about times when we don't give ourselves permission to grieve or even permission to celebrate? We can't take that small win because we've got more to do. So we don't give ourselves permission to celebrate and enjoy the moment or even permission to rest. So I think that we base those things on what others expect and what's going on in our head chatter. We don't even give ourselves permission to fail sometimes. That's why we worry, because we just can't fail. And here's how it impacts your intuition. When we carry the weight of expectations and just the weight of living in the unknown, we stop listening inside of us inward and we start looking outward or scanning outward for evidence. And that stress that we carry can kind of quieten that intuition. I like to say it puts it on mute. And stress is so much louder, intuition feels quiet, and so you don't notice it as much. When you give yourself permission to be in that moment, to live in that moment, then you have an opportunity to enjoy what's going on around you instead of letting it pass by without you even noticing it. So giving yourself permission, though, isn't passive. It does require some work. Um, if you don't do that work, you'll keep looking to others to either validate you or give you permission or tell you it's okay to do certain things. When we don't trust ourselves, we look outward for approval instead of listening inward. And so there is a little bit of work that has to be done when we're working on those permission slips that we give ourselves. So here's a little exercise that I think might help. First, I want you to bring to mind one situation where you kind of feel stalled or pressured or uncertain. Just think of that one situation. Now, I want you to take a breath and notice where you feel it in your body. Does it sit on your chest? Does it weigh on your shoulders? Does it tighten up your throat? Does it gnaw in your belly? Where do you let that stress sit? Notice how your body kind of holds and traps that feeling, that worry. Now ask yourself, what am I waiting for before I let that feeling go, before I let myself move, before I relax? What feeling is missing? Then take a moment and I want you to give yourself permission to enjoy that missing feeling, even if. So I give myself permission to blank, even if. For example, I give myself permission to rest, even if nothing is resolved yet. Or I give myself permission to heal, even if it interrupts others' lives or it puts me behind on my to do list. I give myself permission to celebrate, even when there's more to do. I give myself permission to feel powerful, even when I don't know the outcome yet. So it's just notice in your what you want and what feeling you're looking for, and just say it. Say it out loud. Say it in your head, but give yourself permission. Now, notice if your body shifts. Now that you've given yourself a little bit of permission, even if it's just a little bit, notice if there's a shift in your body or if that ease has come in a little bit. Those permission slips really change how we navigate through this world. I recently went on some job interviews and I did not worry one bit. I didn't worry one bit because I feel so confident in me that if it wasn't meant to be, it's not meant to be, and it's not going to hurt my feelings. I wanted something that would enrich the lives around, the lives of those that I touched, enrich my life. And so I just walked in knowing, number one, that I am more than capable. I am more than able. It's just a matter of, is this going to be my path or not? And so there was just absolutely no stress. I did find, however, that my body would clench up, even though I wasn't worried, my body would clench up. So that was very interesting to find out. So the body will respond like I noticed that my hands were sweating a little bit. And I thought, well, why is that? I'm not even worried. I'm not even stressed out. Why are my hands sweating a little bit? And then I realized my body's sending signals already just in the environment that I'm in. So I just had to kind of giggle and laugh at that and realize that I talk about how your mind, body, and spirit are all connected. Well, that is the same thing too. Sometimes your body will do some things and you're like, what is going on? Because I feel calm, I feel good on the inside, but my body is presenting with some signs of nervousness. But I didn't let my body respond to that. I just said, hey, look, I'm not nervous. I'm not worried. I'm not scared. I'm giving myself a permission to enjoy this, to walk in my power instead of waiting until I'm told it's okay by either passing something that, passing my test, getting the job for the interview, or I'm not waiting for that to happen. I'm living it now. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because I see that around here recently. And I want to tell people, stop waiting for that hall pass. This, oh, here comes my cat. This is your life. And it's meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be relished. It's meant to be well lived. Even, even in the small, crazy moments, it's going to be a life well lived. Every moment should be well lived. So that is a really short topic this week, but I just really wanted to talk about it's all about our perception. Nothing really changes when somebody tells us that we did a good job or that we did good, or if we get get what we're after. We can still enjoy that power in that moment right now. So let me see if we've got any questions today. I don't see any questions today. And this is more kind of me just talking and telling you what I observe and just kind of sharing a little bit that I walk in that power, walk in it, enjoy it. If you have to use your imagination and just ridiculously feel like you're that person that you want to be, do it. Do it. Don't miss on life's little moments right now. Go throughout your week and find out where you're seeking outside permission slips, outside approval, outside things that tell you that you're good enough, strong enough, that just those outside things that you're carrying, where you're carrying them in your body, and let them go. Notice that the permission slip is within you, the power's within you, everything you have is within you, and it's all based up right here. It's all in how you perceive it or choose to perceive it. Your intuition will flow better. Your experience with life will be much more magical. You'll just it's just a great way to live and to look at things. So go through the week, find you one thing, that one permission slip, give yourself permission, try it on. And it may take some practice, but try it on and go be magical this week. And we'll see you next week. But listen, hey, listen, next week we're going to dive into some fun topics. Ahead, I've got some things planned. We're going to talk a little bit about clairvoyance, about those mental images that you get into your mind. We're also going to play with some cards, and I have a nurse friend who does herbal teas, and they are fantastic. I want to have her on. I also have a nurse friend who's a death doula, so we're going to learn about that as well. So stay tuned, go throughout your week, give yourself permission to be magical, and we'll see you next week.